pieces real quick. If you received the kit, you'd have everything pre-cut for you. But if you're doing this at home and you did not get a kit, or you want to try this with something else, you can use our PDF, which will give you clear instructions on what everything is. You're going to start with a white card base, which is your standard 6.5 by 5 card, which is this with an envelope. We're going to put that aside. So that's the white card, that's 1 and 2. For the base of this card, we use the pink with the doily. There's also a light pink side, and this size is 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. The next one we have is the hot pink flap 1 card, which you can see on here is going to be this piece right here. And as you can see, it's not a fold in half. There's actually, if you look on the right here, there's a score at 4 1/4 inches. Now, for this card, I already pre-scored this. So we're going to fold it like that. The point would be is so that you see the teal peeking out of this one. It doesn't have to be perfect. You do not have to do it 4 1/4. The 4 1/4 is from here to the fold part. And then this is shorter. That's just to give you a little peek. You can obviously eyeball it if you would like. If you'd like to be specific, we did it at 4 1/4. The next piece that we have, the next flap will be the teal. And I'm just going to go ahead and fold it in half. But this one is 7 3/4 height and 5 1/4, 5 1/4 wide. Okay, so we're just going to fold this directly in half, and you'll need a bone folder, or you can just use, I sometimes use the side of my scissors just to make a nice fold. So we're just going to take that and put that aside. The next piece is going to be the pre-cut for those who have the kit, the stripe and the line. This is really kind of fun because you kind of have like a peekaboo on the inside of what's going on. So use a 2-sided paper for this one if you're making your own at home. We're going to, again, fold this in half. I'm not going to do anything exciting with this. So this one is opened. It will be 3 1/2 wide by 5 1/2 tall, folded directly in half. So we're going to go ahead and put that aside. And then, like I said, we have the Hip Hip Hooray and black and the silver as the last 2 pieces. This design works great for multiple different types of things. You don't have to use as many flaps if you want. You can use your stash, which will make it look totally different with the different styles that you're using. You can also use it horizontally like we have, or you can use it vertically. This is great for like Mother's Day cards or Father's Day cards. You can even put pictures in here to make almost like a mini album. It's pretty easy to cut these apart. You just have to clip them on the flat parts. All of our kits are kind of created, and laser cuts are made the same way. So it's very simple. There's not a lot of fussy cutting if we can avoid it. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but most of the time we're good to go. So you have 2 parts. It says hooray and woohoo. We like to use the smaller scissors. They give you a little bit more and then we're just going to glue the hooray onto hip hip. Background just centered on each of these. Very simple. Then set them aside so they can dry. We're going to start layering our card together. So you have your card blank, and you're just going to fold in half like you always do. It's a very easy card to build. It's just a matter of getting the pieces correct sizes to go with it. The first piece you're going to put down is going to be your pre-cut pink doily piece. And I'm just going to use regular adhesive. To get it to stay down. And you're just going to center that on the white piece. Oop. Just right on the front. Okay, your next piece is going to be the hot pink piece, which we pre-scored at 4 1/4 inches. So from here to here is 4 1/4 inches, and then you're going to score it. So your overall height of this one is going to be 6.75 by 5.75. Again, it's on the PDF. You can print out a copy on your printer. So we're just going to score this again. And then we're going to put this in the center of that pink square, the pink doily square. For the sake of recording, I'm going to not go crazy with my tape. You can do more and you want it to stay down better. This is a great kit for Mother's Day. So I'm going to center this right on top. Then we have our teal card that we folded in half. We didn't do anything exciting with this except for folding it in half. So this one, we want to go just a little bit down from this fold, or it's going to kind of fold a little bit funky. For this teal one, I'm just going to put adhesive at the top portion of it, in case you want to put something underneath it, hidden journaling or something like that. So I'm going to, it's probably about a 1/16 inside of that. It'll fold and you won't see it. And then the very last thing you're going to do with the cut pieces is the same as you just did. You're going to adhere this down into the center. So I'm going to put like, I'm going to show you how I dry fit things. So on the back side, the adhesive's on this side. So I'm just, you don't want to put it so it's under on this back side so it sticks to the teal. So what I'm going to do is now I'm flipping it over. The sticky is on the back side now. You're going to do like you did before, and you're going to center it on your card. Just like that. Okay? So the green is on the inside. You can mix and match any of these that you want to. Then the very last thing you're going to do is put on your Hip Hip Hooray onto the front. This makes a cute graduation card, a thank you, whatever you need. Just being a good person kind of card. So Hip Hip Hooray goes here. And we kind of did it right along the line where the silver looks like it's lining up with the hot pink underneath that. And then on the very inside, we're going to put the woohoo. So it's a cute little surprise when they open up that one. Let me flip that down. We'll put that there. Actually, I need that one. Put some adhesive on it. I'm going to put it here. And then you have your multi-flap card. There's 1, 2, 3, and then finally a 4th card. Here's another example. We're going to use some paper we got from Scraptique. This is the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Lemon Twist collection that they have, and I just love it. I love lemons, and I love the colors. It's very summery, and I've got summer on my mind. I did the exact same card. A couple of things that you'll notice is that I, instead of going horizontal like I did on this one, it has definitely a different feel to it, but it's the same exact technique. I turned it sideways. I'm thinking it's going to be like a Mother's Day card. So it has multi-flaps in it where you can put pictures or just say some sweet things. But instead of using the laser cuts like we were provided, I used one of their sheets of the sentiments. It's not this one, but hold on. It's this one, which has the lemons on the back of it. They're a little bit smaller, and I just cut it down to size. And some of you who have taken my classes before know that I hate using 1,000 pop dots. It seems kind of pointless. This is a piece of foam core that I cut that I always keep hanging around for things like this. So I'm just going to use this instead of pop dots and just stick on to it. You can use some ink if you want on the edge of it to give it a little extra oomph. But I'm just going to leave it for right now. And like I said, we added some ribbon to tie it. We're just going to put this right in the center. We added the ribbon between what would be on this one, the base layer, which was the doily, and the hot pink. So we just found some ribbon that we had laying around and added it to it to give it a little extra pop and a little extra touch of finishing. This card kit is really great for using some of your scraps because it doesn't actually use a lot of paper. And sometimes we have some weird sizes that we have. And again, you don't have to use the sizes that are on the sheet. You can modify them for whatever paper you have. I'm going to trim off this ribbon. If I can find a pair of scissors that are sharp enough to do that. Well, let's try these. I'm sure you all can understand. Oh, that's actually pretty good. And there you have it. Same design, using different papers, gives it a whole different look.